The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Presidential aspirant Isco Moreno and his team held a dialogue with farmers in Tarlac. Romel Lopez joins us live for more details, or on the phone rather. Romel, hi. Can you hear me? Oh, there's Romel. I think he is live.
Yeah, Sean, Manila Mayor Isco Moreno. Yes, John, Manila Mayor Isco Moreno promised adequate support from the government if elected president, especially for the farmers. Action senatorial slate led by Samira Guto, Carl Balita, and Jopet Season were also present in the event. Team Moreno was unanimous in saying that farmers deserve all the support from the government to strengthen the country's food security. During the talk, Moreno promised to build cold storage facilities for excess harvest and avoid wastage and oversupply. He also vowed to come up with a scheme to end up smuggling, as well as 50% tax cut for fuel and electricity. Moreno said this will ensure lower prices of basic commodities, as well as more savings for farmers and the general public. The incumbent mayor said this might lessen the government's earning, but it could be for better instead of the money ending up with corrupt officials. Sean, Moreno also promised to take care of the fisher folks. He noted of their sacrifices and to assist them later on. Sean?
Right, Romel, if we can remember last week, the party of Mayor Isco and Dr. Willie-Ong were cited by the DILG for violations to minimum health protocols. How was the crowd there today? Was it organized? Were there proper protocols in place?
Yes, Sean. It is a lesser crowd, but we can say that the observance of the health protocols is not perfect, to be honest, as people can't help but mob the candidates, especially Moreno and his running mate, Dr. Willie-Ong, who are both well-known. Selfies and other close encounter with candidates can't be avoided as well. But during the program, proper physical distancing was observed, and all of the attendees of the event were all wearing masks. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for that update, and stay safe out there in Tarlac. Romel Lopez of News 5 reporting to us live. Here are other developments on the political front. The People's Reform Party is endorsing former Defense Chief Gibo Teodoro for senator. PRP is a political party founded by the late former Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. Her husband Narciso, who is the party's president, says that Gibo shares similar qualities to Miriam, both being, quote, brilliant and honest. Former BIR Commissioner Kim Henares is vouching for presidential aspirant Ping Lacson. Henares noted Lacson's clear vision in leading the country. She also said the senator is able to command respect without coercion. And simultaneous motorcades for Vice President Leni Robredo and running mate Kiko Pangilinan are set for Saturday. Around 1,000 cars are expected to join in the event that was organized by the tandem supporters and volunteers. The Health Department reported over 4,800 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday. This has brought total cases to more than 2,740,000, some 65,800 of which are still active. 260 new COVID-related fatalities were also recorded today, bringing the death toll to 41,200. Meanwhile, total recoveries are now at 2,633,000, with over 5,900 new survivors logged in the last 24 hours. Out of the 52,200 tests conducted, nearly 11% yielded positive results. The United States FDA has permitted Moderna vaccine recipients aged 65 and above to get booster shots. Same goes for Johnson & Johnson vaccine recipients aged 18 and up. Emma O'Brien breaks this down for us on Bloomberg Daybreak Australia.
So the FDA really taking that unusual step here of endorsing vaccine mixing for boosters. What are they saying?
Yeah, I mean, you had the U.S. Drug Authority approving the Moderna vaccine as a booster for Americans aged 65 and over, along with those over 18 at higher risk. They also said any adult who'd received the Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine can get a booster 2 months after receiving their first dose, which is pretty aggressive. Alongside that, as you noted, they said that any of the 3 COVID vaccines authorised in the US, so that's Moderna's, the Pfizer-BioNTech shot and Johnson & Johnson's, could be given as a booster. Now, this shows the US is really doubling down on the booster program, given the uptick in cases and deaths that we've seen the past month or so. Most of those have been in unvaccinated people, with the US hitting a bit of a hesitancy wall since its initial rollout. But there have been breakthrough cases, and this is what this is targeting, especially in people who got their vaccinations early.
In the meantime, we're hearing that Apple has become just the latest big US company to up the ante on vaccinations and also testing for their workers.
Yeah, I mean, Apple has been quite cautious on the sort of vaccination mandate front, at least compared to some of the other tech companies, the airlines, some of the banks in the US. It's stopped short as yet of issuing a vaccine mandate for its employees. But on Wednesday, it did say it will compel uninoculated workers at the corporate offices to test for COVID every single time they enter an office. And this will apply to people who don't want to divulge their vaccine status to the company as well. Now, this comes as the US government really lasers in on its December 8 target for federal employees and, importantly, contractors to the government to be fully vaccinated against COVID. And, of course, Apple sells a lot of products to the US government, so will potentially be affected by this mandate. And the US has also been pushing businesses with 100 or more employees, which obviously Apple is, to require vaccines or else really aggressively test unvaccinated staff.
And back here in the Philippines, if booster shots are not available anytime soon, Dr. Ron Solante recommends getting vaccinated for flu and pneumonia instead, on top of the COVID-19 vaccine, in order to boost protection. Greg Gregorio with the report.
Kay and Ray of the Six-Part Invention Band perform in several music and variety shows. They're fully vaccinated, test regularly, and observe health protocols. Despite all that, they still contracted COVID-19 in September.
We are so blessed dahil wala kaming naramdaman na kahit na anong symptoms.
Kay believes their flu and pneumonia shots last July could have played a part in having manageable symptoms. Dr. Ron Solante of the Vaccine Expert Panel supports having flu and pneumococcal vaccines.
When you have COVID, you'll also be at risk of getting pneumonia and influenza na sabay-sabay. So if you got these vaccines already, then at least isa na lang ang problema mo, COVID na lang.
Flu vaccines can be administered to all ages annually, while pneumococcal vaccines have 2 types. PCV13 is a 4-dose regime for children below 2 years old, and single dose for age 2 and up. PPV23 is given to ages 60 and up in 5-year intervals. Flu vaccines cost around 500 to 1,000 pesos, while pneumococcal vaccines cost around 3,000 to 4,000 pesos. Indigent senior citizens, however, may get these for free under the National Immunization Program. In Barangay Santa Teresita in Quezon City, 300 seniors have been vaccinated against flu on Wednesday.
Unlike before, na hindi siguro masyadong concerned yung tao, kaya hindi masyadong napapansin.
From 1,500 senior population in the barangay, officials target to have 450 individuals as flu vaccine recipients within the year. And with the idea of a third COVID dose still off the table, Solante encourages everybody to have an additional line of defense. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The Octa Research Group expects new COVID-19 cases in the country to go back to pre-Delta surge levels by the end of October. The current 7-day average in the country is down to 6,400, the lowest since July. The country also logged 2 straight days of daily cases below 5,000. The Manila Ocean Park has reopened, but only for fully vaccinated individuals for now. The Manila LGU expects kids to visit the park before December as the city begins vaccinating minors tomorrow. Filipino gymnast Carlos Yulo advances to the finals of the 50th FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in Japan. Yulo delivered an impressive performance and qualified for 3 finals events. He will defend his world title in the floor exercise on Saturday. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.